Everybody get up, no need to cram now. We got a real jam going down, going down, going down, going down, going down, going down. Welcome to the IntelliJAMS.
Ominous countdown. You just hit it. At this point, this guy's a regular. He's got it figured out. We've got Shane back for what has become the every quarter update on what's going on at IntelliGEMS. Shane, welcome back. I don't want to bury the lead here. We got some great stuff that we released in Q2. What is it? Let's talk about it and kind of share with the listeners what's going on in IntelliGEMS land.
Awesome. Let me get equipped real quick. Gotta get my profit growth hacker over here. Okay, so Q2 recap. We just keep pumping. We keep releasing stuff. Velocity's speeding up, and in Q2 it was all about AI. Shocking. But we went deep and broad in AI in our product and actually outside of our product, which is super exciting. The big one, which we've seen internally how we operate, but with our customers, with agencies in the market and different industries as well, is like, I'm in Claude every day, or I'm in another AI tool every day. How am I interacting with all the other tools I use? And so we went super deep in our MCP and allowing you to do more in more places with the Intelligems MCP. So that was really exciting. With that, I think for kind of the more novice user, if you're in Claude every day, you have access to all your tests, you have access to all your experiences, you have access to your site-wide data, you have so much you can do. You can actually create experiences from your MCP. If you're an agency, you can pull reports for all of your different brands if you're managing multiple brands, or you're a company that has a few brands you manage. But what I love the most is, like, I also live in Slack every day, and so all the power of the MCP that you can do in Claude is actually available in Slack with our @IntelliGEMS bot. Exact same access to the data, so you can do anything you want right inside Slack, which has been amazing. And we see, so many of our customers have clobbed onto that and are using it like crazy. So that's amazing. And one more thing with Slack that I really am excited about is the ability to get notifications based on how your tests or experiences are performing. You can set up, I think, 15 different notifications that can come in, and you can just stay updated on how things are going, so that you can do everything else you need to do and not have to worry about logging back into IntelliGEMS or checking this or checking that, remembering, setting reminders. It's just served up right there with all the context you need. So those are two really big things as it relates to the MCP. Anything you want to cover that I didn't there, and then we have more AI, of course.
Yeah, I think like other things I'm excited about that we've been working on, just to like let the people know, and then I think we can dive into these in a little bit more detail, is one thing that we are big on at IntelliGEMS is like a lot of testing tools are kind of like scoped to the top of the funnel. Make landing page changes, adjust copy, adjust like things there. We pride ourselves on going deeper and all the way through the funnel. So like I'm super proud of some of the stuff that we've been releasing, kind of like more bottom of funnel with experimentation at the checkout, post-purchase, like any color you want to add to that before we go super deep, like what's been cooking kind of like further in the funnel on the experimentation surface area.
Yeah. Great call. Bottom of funnel, we also did a ton. One more thing on the top of funnel that I didn't touch on the AI side, of course, is like we've been working on this forever. So we finally got it live at the end of Q2 for everybody, is our AI visual builder. Which, how could I miss that? It's funny because we at IntelliGEMS, we've been using it for months, but finally released it to everybody at the end of Q2. But now anything content test or content personalization related, if you can prompt it, you can build it. And so that has been amazing to see our customers adopt, even in just the last couple of weeks of it going live, is creating a new section, reordering things, adding progress bars, adding sections that just from a prompt. I think my favorite thing that I've been using with customers is we also have the ability to, upload a screenshot or upload a file. And so if I see something from another brand or different site that I like, I can just take a screenshot and upload it real quick and recreate it to match my brand and test it. So Lots more coming on the AI visual builder, but that's more on top of funnel.
Yeah, dude, how do we miss that? Making it way easier to build what you want, especially in that like upper part of the funnel. And yeah, we've been using it for a while, and like maybe we need to build a hype reel of it, of like people's faces when we do something like what you just said, like, hey, upload this, like recreate this for me. It's pretty incredible, and like people's faces, kind of their jaws just drop to the floor. They're like, oh shit, like, so I don't need to like go to my developer and like my designer and everything. Like I can just go and like try this out and test it. Yeah, you can.
It's amazing.
You can prompt it, you can do it.
It's amazing. Okay, we'll shift. I know we have a lot to cover. Bottom of the funnel. Like IntelliGEMS, we want to help every brand, every customer optimize their entire funnel, right? From the time a visitor lands to checkout. In Q2, we actually can extend that now to post-purchase, beyond checkout. How can we help you make more money with every order? And post-purchase is a great way to do that. So we did release that at the end of Q2. It's actually, by the time this is live, every customer should have it in their accounts. Cool thing about post-purchase upsells is, in IntelliGEMS fashion, of course, you can launch it as a personalization. You could launch this to 100% of your visitors, or you could run a test and validate it, or launch different personalizations toward different audiences. But now you have the ability, after an order is placed, to show post-purchase upsells and figure out what the best offer is, or what the best product are to show to make more money on every order after the conversion has already taken place. So super hyped about that. That's going to be big. That's going to be big for customers for sure.
I'm super excited about this one. Like I jokingly said beyond, but like the more that we allow people to experiment through the entire funnel, the better. Like my goal, this is going to sound like super hyperbolic, but like in life, my goal in life is to let people like figure out what's going to work for them, for their brand, for their customer, kind of like anywhere in that customer journey. And I've been seeing people do some like really cool stuff with post-purchase. It's like, what is going to be the most effective way to get someone to add more to their cart? I've seen people win with get them to add more of what they already bought. Like if you're selling a consumable, food or beverage, it's like, you know, the flavor that they like, just get them to go stock up a bit more than they were planning to with a nice offer. Experiment with like what that offer needs to be, what that product needs to be. Is it a complementary product? I was talking to someone the other day and they're experimenting with like, they call it the downsell strategy, where it's like, hey, I just want to go like sell you something like really cheap, and I'm doing that on purpose because I can get that cheap product to be something that can become like a consumption pattern over time. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, I'm going to take like a small AOV hit right now to make it up on LTV. But again, if you just make these changes and you don't do it in a tool like IntelliGEMS, you're basically making the changes and kind of like asking what if. Where if you do it in IntelliGEMS and you test it, and you can actually measure and see the impact of that. So I'm super excited about this. I'm seeing some people do some like pretty amazing things and actually getting confidence and clarity on what's going to work there, rather than just kind of like taking a guess.
Totally. Yeah. And I think like in IntelliGEMS fashion, like there are apps for everything in the Shopify store. Like I run a Shopify store. Everyone listening to this is running a store, has run multiple stores, and agencies, partners, customers, aspiring entrepreneurs who are getting on Shopify for the first time. Like there's an app for everything. What IntelliGEMS helps you do is like, we can help you in the entire funnel and help you bundle that. And there's some great post-purchase options out there, but now you can do it all in IntelliGEMS, and you can also test and validate it and see how it affects everything you do too. So I'm super excited to see how we develop more into this in Q3 now, but really excited to have that expansion as this like new surface area where we go beyond the checkout. But one step back, still in kind of bottom of the funnel, is we did make a lot of improvements at checkout as well. So we launched a few more checkout blocks inside checkout, one of them being countdown timer. So we see urgency, like there's urgency messaging you can use across your funnel. You can have a countdown on your homepage, on your header, on your announcement bar, on your PDP, checkout, a lot of different places. But we see at checkout, like showing a countdown timer, either to when the sale is ending or to this specific offer or to whatever that may be. Like this seemingly small mechanism, can actually have a lot of impact. And so that's just another thing that you can now launch to 100% of traffic, or you can launch as a personalization to first-time visitors, or you can test and see, should I have a specific countdown to a sale? Should I have it timer specific for the session that they start? Or how should I actually run that? So that's really exciting. We also launched upsells at checkout. So this is, it's hard to remember all this stuff because so much happens in a quarter, but like upsells at checkout. So which product should I show at checkout? Should I show 1? Should I show 3? Should I show a discount? Should I not show a discount? Like which audience? Very similar to post-purchase upsells. I think like the combo of, do I try to get more at checkout? And that could work for some brands or some AOV size, whatever that may be. Do I try to get more post-purchase? Like, how do you do all of this? And there's so many questions to always answer.
You test it. You test it. Which of these is best for you? You test it and you figure it out.
Just test it, figure it out, and then launch it as a personalization. And maybe mobile visitors get this one and you just kind of leave it always on, revisit it once a quarter. Maybe new first-time visitors get a different experience, like revisit it once a quarter. Like one thing we're really good at IntelliGEMS is like, we can help you test and validate it, but we're also really good at just setting the experience live for whatever that audience may be. And so I think something we're also going to work on more in Q3 is more coming around, making it easier to launch personalizations, and more obvious to, really help your funnel, top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel.
In summary on this, so I know we released a lot. So just to try to like help people kind of package it all up. A lot of work on the AI front, but like on the AI front, I would say like kind of in 3 buckets of value to you as the user. Like value in terms of ideating on where you should go experiment, where these opportunities might be by interacting with the IntelliGEMS Slack bot or connecting this into your AI tool of choice via the MCP. We're giving you more AI tools to actually build those experiences with. With the visual builder, it's now easier than ever to build an experience, launch it, test it with IntelliGEMS. And then the third bucket of that kind of like AI value would be analyzing. So like, hey, one thing we didn't hit on in that conversation is like AI summaries of all the experiments that you've run. Like, hey, here's a quick readout of what we believe is happening, and like trying to give you a little bit more insight into what happened. Because if you're a listener of this podcast, you know what I'm going to say is it's not all about conversion rate. You need to expand the equation and look at everything. And these AI summaries are going to help you get a better understanding of, is this good for your business? So we've got AI across those different value buckets, and we have now gone further into the funnel for experimentation, specifically a lot of work in Q2 in that bottom of funnel. More things you can experiment at with checkout. You can now start to experiment and post-purchase and find where you're going to be able to build a more profitable business in that area of the funnel. I think that's like a quick 2-minute
I like it.
summary of everything that we released, but hopefully that was like all the value kind of packaged up for you.
Yeah, I think we are always releasing things. We'll drop a link to the blog for the Q2 recap if you're new to IntelliGEMS, or if you are inundated with information across everything. It's a nice way to just see what are the new features, what should I see is coming soon. I think another good call out for this too, Alex, is like, we are always launching betas. We have private betas, we have expanded betas, we have public betas. Like, if you want to get in betas, like shoot us a note and we can flag your account and always give you access to the latest and greatest as we're developing. But yeah, I think it was an amazing Q2. We love to listen to our customers. I'm on the product marketing team, take a lot of calls with customers, our product managers, engineers, sales team. Like, we always want feedback on how we can make your life better and how we can help, improve your funnel with the tools that we're building, and make IntelliGEMS easier to use across how you use it. So yeah, Claude, AI tool of choice, Slack, inside IntelliGEMS. One thing we did big in Q4 was made it easier on mobile. Like, we're going to continue to just make everything easier and to help make optimizing your funnel a habit. And so that's what we want to do is make everything easier.
Love it. You heard it here. If you're a customer, Shane wants you to jump into your Slack channel and say, @Shane, I want access to the next beta. We'll get you access to that. And if you have any feedback, drop it in those Slack channels as well. We're always listening. Shane, until next time. Maybe you're on again before the Q3 wrap, but
Who knows?
we'll at least see you in Q3.
Awesome. Thanks.